Okay, here we are in Indialantic in east central Florida, right near the coast. Today is the 6th of November, and it's about a day after Hurricane Michelle passed by the coast here. Actually, it was quite a distance offshore, but it did do a job on Cuba, and also we had some effects down in the Keys. Anyway, we're here today at Indialantic Beach to have a look at the surf one day after the storm passed by, and it's our understanding that the entire area is hit pretty hard by storm effects, and so let's go have a look. Well, here we are at the beach, and we can see the effects of the storm that passed by yesterday. We got some pretty high waves. It looks like they're at least about 6 or 7 feet. You can see some sargassum weed, which is accumulating down here near the surf. You can see that the tide is, we're about 3 hours past low tide, so we're coming up on high tide now. Okay, we can see now the sargassum weed, which is right there at the surf zone. Let's see if we can come up a little closer to the sargassum. That's coming out from the central Atlantic, and it's washed up and brought to the shore here. Again, all the effects of this storm. Well, the waves just passed underneath the walkway here, and there was a little vibration. Maybe you felt it. We're looking north now towards Cape Canaveral, which is about 35 miles north of this scene. Well, we can see we've got quite a few people up here on the beach. They're having a look at the storm effects. There's also been helicopters that have been flying overpass. Again, we're about a day past when Hurricane Michelle passed us here in east central Florida. Well, the waves are just coming right up, causing lots of beach erosion. We'll have a look at this close up here in a few minutes. But we're now looking south along the Indialantic beach. The waves are pretty strong here. They're coming up and washing away quite a bit of the sand here on the edge. Here we can see where the sand has been washed away. Very serious case of beach erosion, and I'm sure we'll get some waves in here that'll come right against this sand that we see right here. Again, a lot of people here having a look at the storm conditions, the effects of the storm. Here we are. That's a wave that's come up almost right to the edge of the winter berm. Again, a lot of activity here. There you can see. Well, we have some surfers. There's not many out here, but there are a few. We're looking due east now. We're looking due east out here into the central into the central North Atlantic. What you can see is some pretty hefty waves. Looks like they're at least about perhaps as high as about 6 to 10 feet way out there. There's a lot of churning up of the bottom. and we've got tremendous activity here as a result of yesterday's storm. Now, one thing you can see as a result of this storm activity is a lot of debris, marine litter. All that white that you see there is basically styrofoam, plastics that have been thrown perhaps over by vessels, or perhaps let go here at the beach, or just let go somewhere in Melbourne. And the sea, of course, churns this thing up, and we get a lot of debris. So there's going to be a lot of cleanup here as a result of this storm. You can see the brown sargassum weed there. Okay, that's coming out from the central Atlantic. There was a pretty good wave. It went actually underneath the catwalk here. Here comes another one. And a lot of erosion here as a result of this storm. Here we are on the other side, and you can see lots of evidence of beach erosion. You can imagine if this storm would have been closer, what kind of damage we would have done here along the shoreline. Well, I just spotted this coffee cup, and well, there it goes. And it was on the other side of the walkway here. It's gone now. Anyway, a lot of debris washed up here on the shore. And here's the walkway just on the boardwalk of Indialantic. Okay, here we are on the boardwalk, and I found some people. I'm not going to film them, but they may say something about what they think of this storm. What do you think of the storm?
I think it's beautiful to watch. I don't want to be in it.
Right. How about you, sir?
I think it's a little mucky out there for the surfers.
Yeah. What caused this storm? Hurricane?
No,
Michelle?
just an eastern wind mostly.
Right,
yeah.
right, yeah.
And Hurricane Michelle.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we're going to go now to Melbourne Beach, just south of here, and see what we can see. Guess what? I found that surfer I was filming about 10 minutes ago. He's going to tell us what it was all about. What was it all about?
It was all about lots of white water and real big surf, just pulling you out there, sucking you under the water, just trying to catch them waves.
Great. Well, was it a good feeling?
Yeah, it was a good feeling. It hasn't been this big in a long time.
Okay. Does this provide good surf, or?
It does when the tide's a little lower and it's not so consistent.
Right. Okay, great. Well, I'm going to show this to my class. I teach oceanography, and I got a bunch of surfers, and I don't see them out here. The only person I see is you.
Well, they need to get out here because it's starting to get real good.
Okay, thanks a lot.
No problem. You have a good day.
Thanks a lot. We were looking at some waves the other day in Tahiti. They were big. But here's a sign that tells us what we can do and what we can't do here at the beach. There's not many people out there on the beach now. Okay, we're going to head off now for Melbourne Beach. Well, here we are at